the plains of Sakai, and she ends up becoming the mother of whoever Wrath's daughter was that nobody cares about.
Yeah, you mean the unimpressive character?
Yeah, and let's be real, Wrath was not a good character, and is a horrible support for Windus, so there's that.
Yeah.
But you've got Ellie Wood, who was actually a good support, Hector, who's also a really great support, and who's, a fine support. I don't know the full details of his, but I've seen snippets and they're pretty decent.
Yeah.
So yeah, like she has good options to go with, but like 3 of them, she for sure died before the game started, and nobody really liked.
Like I said, it was plot holes they left open, and you're just like,
yeah.
Like I said, the older games did have problems leaving plot holes like that.
Like, I did like her inclusion as DLC in was it Awakening? Yeah, Awakening, where she interacts with Robin, and it's reminiscent of like, wait, are you the same person that I met before? It's like, yes, I am. Or, no, I've never met you before. Oh, well, you're very similar.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to think that she hooked up with the tactician.
Yeah.
She like Avatar sexual.
Shit. Did this go quiet? Anyway?
No.
Well, anyway, as I repeat this battle, because I'm gonna need the EXP. They're giving me the option to do 3 mandatory field battles before we get to the major stuff. So I need to do this so I can get some XP, because I'm playing on hard mode, by the way. I'm not. I'm saying this for Jose here because he didn't show up in the first part. I'm not playing on maddening mode because that mode is so unfun. Maps will literally take 3 hours per one map to finish, and kind of sort of win. So for the sake of having fun and also keeping the conversation going, I'm playing on just hard mode because I feel like that is the most challenging part of the game without being unfair.
I was about to say, you mean challenging enough that you don't want to contemplate a suicide afterwards?
Dude, I actually, I think this is the first time I'm telling this to Jose here, but I actually attempted to play maddening mode when they added it into the game.
Okay, cool.
And I got all the way to the final map, and the final map was so BS. I just said, you know what, I gotta turn the difficulty down. Because it was so impossible.
AKA classic mode.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, that was weird. My laptop just like went really haywire with internet connection. I think they were messing with the router because it's in that room where the beacon is coming from. So maybe they moved it slightly or something. I don't know. It got jostled.
I see.
No, I mean you never had a map that like you're just so close to beating, and then all of a sudden that random crit hits your favorite character, and you just contemplate that suicide at that moment. You're like, do I really feel it?
Let me explain to you. You can stop me the moment you notice something similar to probably a maddening mode from the older games. But in maddening mode, all arrows, even if they miss you, they inflict an additional on-map damage, like a poison damage, onto you every time they hit you with arrows. Okay, this is only in maddening mode, and then every character has Vantage. Even the standard units, they have Vantage.
There was no maddening mode in classic games of the NES. That was the default mode.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Every enemy character had Vantage, and then everybody has this, and in all the high tier units. Oh, I'm getting some feedback from you. This is coming from Jose's side. I see my voice fading.
Yeah, I see it too.
Hang on, let me fix it. Okay. Give me 1 second.
But yeah, every unit that you fight has like the best equipment on them, and they have an absurd amount of health, and you literally have to inch with your entire group just to take down one unit. You gotta lure one bad guy to get to you, and everybody has to attack from a long range, or else they're gonna die. That's just really what it was. In the final map, we get to the final boss, and then the moment we get half of the health of the first bar of their health, they get all these what's the word? I cleared the entire map full of enemies, and then I beelined my way to the final character, which was the final boss. And then when you get rid of a certain amount of health, not even close to defeating it, it summons reinforcements, all which have extremely long range and can snipe all of your characters where they're at, and you can't even counterattack them.
Yeah, that's about right.
That ruined my entire... Like, I struggled through every single map up to that point. But the final one, I was like, no, I can't beat this. This is not fun anymore. It's not even challenging. It's just straight up BS.
Yeah, no. No, that happened to me when I was playing. So Sacred Stones had one of the very things I loved, which was Monster Campaign. And if you played it, you know how fun that game gets, especially when you have to do the ruins. So they have this section of the game where you go into some ruins and you have to complete it 3 times to unlock the final boss as a playable character. Because this is post game. So the last map in those ruins is you have to fight 9 dragonic dragons. Oh. And these dragons are fucking hard as hell because they hit you with almost the max attack they can do, which is almost 40 damage, which is basically like the max HP the characters can have is 60. So that's basically almost 3/4 of your health gone, and if they hit, which they have a 100% guaranteed hit.
That sounds
so. Fun. So the thing is, you have to beat the ruins 3 times in a row to unlock the best character, playable character in the game. And I'm just like, okay, cool. First run, I did it smoothly. Little tilting towards the end, almost lost the character, but thank God I didn't. Second time, it happened. Almost died. No problem. So the problem is, you cannot save on each floor of the ruins, and it's 32 floors. If I remember correctly, it's 32.
You can't even save scum, huh?
No. Oh. So you have to you basically spend almost 3 or 4 hours grinding just one time. So on the third one, my main healer dies because she got critted.
Damn.
And it was the last dragon that critted, and I'm just like,
I'm done.
I'm fucking done. And so I just turned off my game, and then I realized I have to redo it again, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not. Fuck that.
Yeah. I've been there. I've been there big time, man.
Yeah, no, it was so fucking tilting. I was just like, no, I'm done. Because it was my waifu that died, which made it worse. Because it's like, yeah. I've been through some bullshit, but
she was always there with me. She was always there with me.
Bro, the dragon crit me out of nowhere, and I was just like, the fuck? It's like, it only had a 2% chance crit.
And it felt like it was a 100%.
Yeah. Because when I saw the unique animation of it, I was just like, oh, cool. It looks like a crit. Oh, no. It's a crit.
It's a crit, no.
It's like 40 times 3, that's 120. Oh. Sayonara.
Right.
And it was just like, nah, bro. Never again.
Well, damn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. That's one of the reasons. I understand your pain when it comes down to crits like that. especially that random bullshit. Because to me, it felt like random bullshit.
Oh, most definitely. There are times. Oh, when I was playing maddening mode, there was a lot of times where it just felt like it was out of my hands. Like no matter how good you played, the game just decided your fate. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a new mechanic for the game. I feel like I should state that. It's this gambit system where you're able to control a little army to go ahead and just like charge towards your opponent. Yeah, that's a thing. It ends up being way useful in terms of stunning other opponents from moving. Like it's a very useful tool.
It's vital for a few dragons.
Yeah, very very vital. But yeah, I think we've had that type of situation with any type of RPG we've played where it takes such a long time to get to some type of super boss, and then you're like, haha, that didn't happen, let me heal.
Yeah, deep down inside you just go, why?
Exactly. Like, it didn't have to happen that way. Why'd you have to do it to me?
Why did this happen to me? Oh my god, dude! So some of the most random ass shit that gets you too. It's like that one random spearman just crits you for all your health, and you're like, how? You had that 1%. No, for me, it's like you had that 1% and only like 20. It's only like 10% to hit. The fuck? No, my favorite one, my favorite story has been. So, if you played the new Pokemon games, you know how easy it is to catch shinies and shit like that. So, one of my friends was playing. I think it was Pokemon X and Y. And he finally found the fucking a shiny Dragonair in the little friend safari thing that you get. You know, like when you add people, you get to go into the friends. So
yeah, I think I know another one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it took him almost like I guess like 7 or 8 days to finally like find the thing, and it took him almost like 300 hours just to find that one shiny Dragonair. Well, his fucking DS dies.
Oh,
and I'm just like, rest in peace, my boy.
Yeah, no, that's
that's a common thing that used to happen to me a lot with my Game Boy Advance, which was you're in this area, but your parents don't want you to play your game, but there's no save point. So you just like, all right, let me just close my Game Boy and hope that the red light stays put for a while, and then when you come back to a charging station, it's already dead.
Yeah,
that's the worst. Especially when you were like doing so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Never fun.
But yeah. It is what it is, unfortunately. But so to get back on the game a little bit, how much do you know about this game in terms of like lore and such?
Lore-wise, I know there's multiple. I know that it's multiple story points because you get to choose between I think like 4 houses. So like there's like 4 paths that you can choose from the game. I know that basically each one ends. It's a good, bad, okay, and
everyone is right and everyone is wrong.
And open for DLC to fill out the epilogue that never came.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, this game is not finished.
How'd you know?
Because
you showed me a recap of every single storyline.
Yep.
All I'm thinking is, wait, that's it?
Yep. Yes.
And this is a console release, and the story is like this. Like I should have just tried to get fucking Path of Radiance.
There should never be a true ending to this game. You're not sticking out.
Well, I don't mean like that, but like at least have each ending actually reach some sort of ending.
What Reggie's getting at is a lot of the ending of the games were like, oh, by the way, this happened, and you're like, wait, I wanted to be there when that happened.
Yeah, you're thinking like that sounds like a continuation of this plot that never got resolved. Why are we not resolving it?
Yeah, that's always been an issue.
In any of the games.
Well, that's just the common problem that the modern Fire Emblem games have been having. I think what they're trying to do is have the game so open-ended that you use your imagination to how things end up. And if you do that too many times with every game, it just comes off as sloppy. Like, okay, we couldn't be asked to make an official ending. Let's have you imagine it. But I didn't spend 60 of my hard-earned dollars doing that. I'm paying to have that given to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to have an open story, right? To have an open-ended conclusion. But it's another thing to be like, oh yeah, by the way, this entire subplot that's actually been, the real meat behind all the things that you were doing. Yeah, let's just not address that at all. Actually, we will address it. We'll just say, oh, by the way, you spent the rest of your days trying to fight against the battle, of the secret society. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, those bitches. Yeah. And I was just like, why are we not actually doing that?
There are some of things that say you do end them, but come on,
you don't.
Even those are half-hearted.
That's not good enough.
It's like I wonder how it happened. I really wonder how those who slithered in the dark got snuffed out. The game doesn't tell me, so I'm like, all right.
Also, the fact that like, for some reason, Claude's story is the one where you deal with them the most, which makes no sense. From what little I actually know about the game and the